Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. You thought it was feeling you? What's going on, y'all? We got to talk about the rise and fall of DaBaby, the blackball, the downfall, the flop, all of the things. We have to have a conversation after today. There's been reports that DaBaby's album is not going to do very well. It's rumored to sell, move less than 20,000 units the first week, which is really sad considering his first album, Baby on Baby, which came out in 2019, moved 170,000 units the first week. Then he had a Billboard, I think, #1 song, if I'm not mistaken. But this is 2022, and DaBaby is just not out here selling like that. The girls are not interested. Recently, we saw a report when he was supposed to perform in New Orleans, and they ain't got the concert got canceled because of low ticket sales. They say he only sold 500 and they had to cancel it. So now DaBaby, along with some other folks, are trying to say that it's because he's been blackballed. And I want to talk about this because if we're being honest, if we're saying that DaBaby is being blackballed because of how he has been responding to Megan Thee Stallion and all those things, then you're not the first rapper to be a misogynist and to, disrespect black women. A lot of black male rappers have made a living, have made a whole, a whole image, a whole brand off of being trash like that to black women, not caring. And they've been very successful because they got a lot of men who support that type of behavior. That's why we see these podcasts popping up every other day where black men are just not reading, not understanding the world around them, and just shouting out feelings of stuff, toxic masculinity spewing out. And they're getting a lot of views, they're getting a lot of listens and stuff. I mean, look what happened with Kevin Samuels. I mean, the Miz was out here crying and falling out not too long ago after he, I think he passed away from drinking a Sprite or something. Maybe it's a dirty Sprite, who knows? But girl, if this was the case, DaBaby should be out here pushing, units. He should be out here selling the stuff, but you're just not that talented, sis. I think that's the real conversation. Just because you put out one album and it did really good doesn't mean that your next body of work is going to do it well. That doesn't mean much. That happens. Folks are nervous about the next album they put out. They want to put their heart and their soul in to make sure that it's a good body of work, even if it doesn't sell that well. They know they put their all into it. And if they didn't buy it, they didn't feel it, it's just like, hey girl, I put my creativity in it and that's all that matters. But there's not been any growth with DaBaby. I mean, I have friends, straight friends who are very much in tune to DaBaby, and they said that the beats are the same. Girl, I mean, it's a running joke about you making music that is like the chasing music from Scooby Doo. That's a whole joke. The people say that the flute, the flute in the background is the flute from Zelda. Girl, there's running jokes, and folks have been clowning you prior to you, standing with Tory Lanez, and now you gambled. And now you have found out that you've lost. And I'm actually very pleased, and it's very satisfying to me to see you become the flop. Because we all have been, we've been praying for your downfall, girl. We have been out here burning all types of stuff. I even been putting crystals up in the full moon, charging them up, because I've been wanting you to flop because you stood next to Tory Lanez. You had several hot songs with Megan Thee Stallion, and then you just became very disrespectful for no reason other than being next to another toxic man that can't keep his hair. What's going on with you? You got these two men joining forces. I just understand, you got Megan Thee Stallion, a Grammy Award winning artist, very talented and hold her own right. Then you choose this toxic trash, and now stick with it. Stick with it. Now he posted on Instagram, he said, not bad for the blackballed baby. Girl, that's not what happened. You did not get blackballed. This is not even the definition of blackball. People are not saying you can't come to these things or whatever. That's not blackball. This is not cancel culture, because cancel culture doesn't exist. People just don't like your music. And the folks who probably would have been okay supporting you at the very least because you once gave the energy that you were supportive of black women and you love black women, those folks would have stood beside you. But now, even a lot of black women who know their worth have like, no, I have no interest in supporting this man. I have no interest. Like, girl, you done had the whole drama with Danny Lay. That you have had history. Let's go through, girl. You have had history. Let's pull up the iPad, child. You had the whole situation with Danny Lay, whatever her name is this week. The biracial girl who was out here with red bones, what he want? You got a baby with her. We saw the drama. You was in here fighting next to bowling pins and all that stuff happened. The video of you slapping a woman in the club has popped up. You slapping another photographer, taking a picture of your daughter. You have been in the news all the time. Girl, people are turned off. The folks who wouldn't supported you, even with your trash music, and you just being a decent human being. Because honestly, the bar is literally on the floor for a lot of you black men. It is on the floor. You could just be out here hugging on black women and showing appreciation for them. Y'all don't even want to do that. Y'all really want to align with misogyny and misogyny war. Like, y'all want to do that. And now you're finding out that even the folks who would have supported you are no longer interested. Like, who y'all think is spending y'all money? Who do y'all think is spending money? Like, it's the black women out here like, yeah, I want to go to the DaBaby concert. Yeah, I want to. Like, girl, the black women out here spending the coins. Like, girl, the white folks ain't listening to you. Because, like, they're just not listening to you. Like, you don't even have that behind your side. Like, you're not that talented, to be honest. And we've been seeing it. It's like, oh, we've been listening to it. We've been letting you slide. But now we see what the tea is. And the tea is you're just not that girl. You put out a cute project. Cute. Same shit. A blogger. You put it out. And now it's 3 years later. And this is what you put out. So DaBaby recently did a music video, which I have not watched. I'm not interested in watching it at all, even to talk about it. But all I saw was a picture and a couple of things and what people were saying when I was reading the reports. You did a whole song where you talked about smashing Megan. And I'm like, okay, like, if you did have whatever with Megan Thee Stallion, so be it. As long as it was consensual, what does it matter? But you got on and you thought that was gonna be a hit for you. You came out, you said your piece, you put in your song, you had a music video with a Megan lookalike, and then you had this boogeyman stuff. It was corny as hell. It's corny. Now you got this, the mouse from Tom and Jerry. You got him out here defending you. DJ Academics, who been getting his butt chewed up. I had to watch that video. Oh my God. Well, Desos and Mero. Oh, I cannot pronounce their name. Save my life. We're dragging DJ Academics. Oh my God, it was so hilarious. I've never seen nothing like that before. Like, they were chewing him up pretty bad. Oh my God, clip by clip, they were chewing this man up. And you got DJ Academics now coming on Twitter saying DaBaby last project in 2020, Blame It On Baby, sold 124,000 first week. His new project after being blackballed with Ebro, Apple Music, is scheduled to do less than 20K. Now y'all understand my Ebro convo. DSPs control who is hot and who is not. Fall out of favor with them, you're done. And Ebro responded and said Apple Music is not the only platform. Based on this dumbest logic, DaBaby should be doing well on platform he works for. Is it? Girl, it's not doing well. It's not. It's not. But he said he on tour, and he put the tour dates up, and girl, it's just not giving. Like, it's just. I haven't actually heard a lot about DaBaby, to be honest, recently. As far as, I didn't know he had like, was this a surprise music drop album or something? Like, it just, the song wasn't doing that much numbers, so why would we waste our time? It just is what it is. Like, DaBaby will be fine, but you have not helped your cause. You aligned with Tory Lanez, another struggling artist. Like, Tory Lanez just recently did an interview with the Breakfast Club. The girl that interviewed didn't do no noise. It did no noise. Tory Lanez got on there and said he want to talk about his music and his album. Girl, nobody's interested in that. That's not gonna say, it's not gonna push either. It's not gonna push nothing. Like, it's not doing anything. And for y'all to be talking about y'all blackball, y'all really caused your own downfall. You didn't help your situation. You was always in drama. You were always in some sort of drama that was just unnecessary. We've seen it, and we're tired. We're tired, and the Megan stuff didn't help. I'm not gonna say the Megan situation like was the end all, but it was like for some folks like I'm not interested. But there's some people who still make jokes about Megan and all of the things. There's some people who still don't believe Megan for whatever reason. Some people who don't like Megan Thee Stallion, and I don't understand. Like, cause it's a lot of them. It's a lot of folks who support, you know, Tory Lanez and stuff. Why? I mean, it ain't that many. I think that's what y'all fail to realize is that y'all are not big artists like that to be out here in drama and stuff. Like, y'all have not made it. You're somebody who's been out a couple of years. Like, girl, you're not that talented. Like, just because you got a couple of folks following you on social media don't mean these folks gonna be buying your music. People, it takes nothing to follow somebody. People hate follow all the time. People hate subscribe. People hate follow and retweet, all of that. That doesn't mean anything. We watch because it's free. But going to a concert, buying your music and listening to your music is another thing. But people are not genuinely interested in you like that because you're just not that talented. And I'm actually very glad to hear you're one of the ones that I'm thankful that folks have really just turned away from you because you have been a complete fool the last year or so. The whole last year, like, girl, you deserve everything that's coming your way. So no, this is not you being blackballed. This is folks just not tuning in because your music is just not good. There are people who still have no problem listening to R. Kelly. Like, there's folks still listening to R. Kelly. Somebody said, I can separate the music. So we don't want to hear, people will listen to what they want to. There's enough people to be able to continue on. Like, I don't think folks understand, like, you're not going to be as hot. You might need to do some smaller concerts. You might need to do some stuff. You might have smaller success and find out how to survive off of that. But just because you put out this project and you think you're there on top of the world, like, girl, you're replaceable. And that's what you're finding out, that there are other artists who are coming in and putting in the work and, you know, hot right now. You were hot in that moment. Doesn't necessarily mean you was, you know, you're talented. I be trying to tell folks, sometimes it's not about you necessarily being talented. Sometimes it's just in the moment. And you just so happen to be in the right place in the right time in 2019. But we're seeing that some of y'all can't keep up. After the pandemic, some of y'all are not being able to push what y'all used to push. And that's okay. But have y'all listened to Baby on Baby 2? Let me know in the comments, girl, what y'all think about the whole debacle. Do y'all think Baby was canceled, blackballed? I don't believe it. But I ask you, is it a coincidence? Come on, Nene Leaks. Let's talk about it in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.